Today is all about the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, and really what we're trying to do is celebrate diversity and the role that disability can do in the workplace and beyond. I'm an England blind footballer with 162 appearances, 10 world and European medals, so I had a pretty good career. I really believe that we can teach an awful lot through blind football, how to build trust, how to improve teamwork, how to become better communicators, and also it's a great leveller. Even if you're really good at football, put a blindfold on and you'll be as bad as anyone else. So I just want you to put your blindfolds on actually and just get a feel for what it's like being submerged into darkness. The first thing I want you to do is just start moving around and see what you can hear. See if you can detect people around you.
I thought it was really challenging, especially when obviously you're used to using your sight when you play a game such as football. But I think the main thing was that teamwork is really important in it, and obviously trusting the rest of your teammates was definitely something that I'll take away from this.
I do play football normally, but playing with a blindfolded is something totally different. It's a whole different new skill set you got to learn, but it was very enjoyable to learn.
Putting the goggles on was really alien at first, and it was kind of a really strange experience. But then quite quickly, they realised they were listening more and they were kind of sensing things more sort of around their perimeter of where they were. It shows how the senses change and how our bodies really quickly adapt to a disability or an impairment.
It was very difficult at first because I couldn't see anything, all I saw was darkness. It was really tricky because you've no idea about your surroundings and there's just a ball rolling around and it's quite hard to concentrate on the metal bearings in the ball. It was fun to practice and see football from someone with a disability's eyes.
First of all, it starts with, oh well, this will be okay, and then you can see the fear that comes in the head as the darkness comes in, and then they adapt to it. I think that's great human spirit, isn't it? Great human spirit.
Doing this activity has definitely made me think more about just, being more aware of people's disabilities, whether they're invisible or not. We were fortunate enough to be able to take the blindfolds off when we needed to see something, which obviously blind people can't do.
For years, I kind of was told by others that my life would be much worse because I was blind. And you start believing that at first. But my mum kind of, told me the obvious. She said, you're black and you're blind, you're gonna have to work twice as hard as everyone else if you want to achieve something in life. And that for me was a choice then. It was like, I can sit in the corner and feel sorry for myself and say, life's not gonna be as easy as I want it to be. Or I can kind of grasp life by the horns and say, right, I'm going to give it everything I've got and see where I get to.
I think his philosophy on life and his insights were fantastic and demonstrate how disability can be empowering.
To hear someone talk so positively about a disability and how that's kind of shaped his life, for me personally, I've got a lot to take away.
Well, I hope people go away inspired about what people can do with their lives, whether you have a disability or not. It's an absolute inspiration to see what can be done.
Just because people have disabilities doesn't mean they're any less of a manager, a leader, or an employee of the company, and we've all got something that we can bring to it.
I think to build that inclusive environment that we strive for as an organisation, I think my sort of top tips would be curious, so ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Be challenging, so actually if you see behaviour or you see things that just they're not right, they don't sit right with you, they don't feel inclusive, be prepared to be that voice and stand up for the organisation. But also don't look at diversity and inclusion as a problem. Actually, it's a great opportunity, and it's only really by pulling together that we can maximise that opportunity.